Andre asked, "What's your thoughts on calories in, calories out? Does it have any value when trying to do body composition?" We had
You
this
want this
discussion
one?
today, didn't we?
And we had this
No,
discussion a lot, I think.
yeah, we had this one quite a few times today and yesterday, I think. You have a go because actually you're producing a little presentation at some point, aren't you? So it might be useful for you to explain what you understand so far.
Sure. I think I've probably done a couple videos on calories in, calories out. The way that I see it is it's one way to loosely approximate food intake. Um, my problem with people that just advocate that if you want to lose fat, you just need to eat in a calorie deficit is you're defining the primary characteristic of a calorie deficit as a state that imposes weight loss or fat loss. So for somebody that just says all you have to do to lose body fat is eat a calorie deficit, it's a vacuous statement. They're saying if you want to lose fat or lose weight, just eat an amount of food that allows you to lose weight. Well, it's not really helpful. If you're looking more at the studies, Jonathan did a great video on what's called the mass balance model. And he and I are putting together kind of a folder of all the studies that go into this model. But the mass balance model better comports to the data around body weight versus food intake. And the mass balance model was created in part looking at studies where calories were held the same between two groups, and one group had higher carb and one group had lower carb, and there was a discrepancy in the amount of weight that they lost and the body composition that they lost. So the mass balance model was created in part to try and resolve some of these unexplained differences that the energy balance theory didn't really account for. In looking at calories, I could tell somebody, okay, if you eat 3 pounds a day, just take that down to 2.5 pounds of food a day. And if you're not losing fat on 2.5 pounds a day, take it down to 2 pounds of food a day. And if you reduce that number enough, eventually somebody's going to start losing weight. So the calories in, calories out model, I think it's a gross oversimplification. I think it's one way to very loosely approximate the amount of potentially utilizable energy that you are ingesting. But I think it's a very poor way to try and instruct people to lose weight. Somebody's long-term success or failure in their ability to lose body fat is going to come down to largely controlling cravings and eating to satiety. And if you can find a diet that's healthy and is species appropriate that meets that criteria, it, for the most part, will start pushing your body composition in the right direction. And then you can always make some adjustments from there.
Yeah, perfectly well said. I don't have anything to add to that other than just check out 3 of the videos I've made on it. One of them was a very amateur video I made perhaps 5 months ago. I think it's called like Calories Are Heat. Another one I made was called SECO versus Mass Balance Model. And the third one was called Best Way to Track Food Intake or Nutrient Intake. And also, once you've watched those 3, also watch Jerome's videos on calorie intake and calorie tracking. Between those 3, 4, 5, 6 videos, that should give you everything you need to understand it quite clearly and properly. If that still isn't enough, Bart K, I believe, has a playlist on calories in, calories out. So you've got plenty of resources there to understand what is the best measurement, why calories in, calories out is bad, and what you can do about it and how you can apply that to your body recomposition goals.